Silas, ever the opportunist, joined the fray, posting vague, self-righteous messages about the importance of unconditional sacrifice. He tried to craft a narrative where he was the loving, devoted son, conveniently omitting the fact that he hadn't contributed a single cent to the family household in years. Reading those posts was nauseating, but it served as the final confirmation I needed. They were so deeply entrenched in their own delusions that they would rather ruin my reputation than admit they were wrong. I knew I couldn't remain silent while they spun their web of lies. I didn't want a petty argument, so I chose to state the truth clearly, once and for all. I drafted a post that laid out the reality of my years of financial support, the existence of the lopsided will, and the burden of supporting a brother who refused to grow up. I didn't speak with anger. I spoke with the weight of someone who was finally finished with a toxic cycle. I made it clear that family was not a one-way street and that I was no longer willing to be the collateral for their poor decisions. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Distant relatives and old friends, who had only seen my parents' side of the story, finally understood why I had stepped away. The support I received was the final piece of validation I needed to stop feeling guilty for protecting my own future. My parents and Silas, however, reacted with vitriol. They messaged and called in a rage, claiming I had ruined the family image. But their words no longer held any power over me. I blocked them all, every number, every social media profile, without a hint of hesitation. In that moment of blocking them, the weight that had been crushing my shoulders for half a decade simply evaporated. I was finally free. I realized that my value as a person was never tied to the money I could provide or the problems I could solve for them. For the first time in my life, I was living entirely for myself, accountable only to my own standards. I had reclaimed my life from the people who had treated me as a disposable safety net. I don't regret the silence. I don't regret the distance. I have moved forward, surrounding myself with people who appreciate me for who I am. And for the first time, the future in Orlando feels entirely my own.